Hello folks, I've been learning the Texas skip lately. Here's my progress, you can see. Doing pretty good. I can get about 8 or 10 skips through until the tree messes me up. Yeah, I blame that one on the tree. But let's look at it from another angle, from the other side in slow motion. So I'm getting that rhythm down. I got a nice big loop open, except it's starting to lose its circular shape, which, bungled. Yep, I bungled it. That's all right. Happens to everybody. So Texas skip, I'm going to give you some of the details of what I've been going through as I've been learning. You got to start with the right rope. Now my rope is kind of small, as you might notice. It's a little shy of 18 feet. I recommend something a little bigger than that. But you got to put in a metal or a metal thimble or a brass Honda in there to weigh it down. Now I take off my glasses because I've smacked myself a few times and you don't want your glasses on there. It causes a problem. I wear my hat and watch out for things around you. You could cause some damage to breakables or small children. But the actual details of the trick, there's 4 rotations per one cycle. There's 2 spins on the right, 2 on the left with a skip in between as you go back and forth. I count that rhythm as 1 and 2 skip, 3 and 4 skip, down, up, down, skip, down, up, down, skip. You'll notice the skip happens on the up spin, and it also happens on the transition from right side to left. So you could think of it right and right skip left and left skip right and right skip left and left. Now it all goes by pretty fast as you're doing it. You got to keep it spinning pretty fast or you'll lose your spin. 1 and 2 skip, 3 and 4 skip, 1 and 2. So you see that's how it happens. But you can't just jump in and do that. So I've had to break it down into individual elements to learn it. And I'm making good progress so far, so I think it's a pretty good method that I'll share with you here. First thing, do a vertical loop. Now I spin it on my right side in a clockwise loop, and I start counting the down spins, finding my spot to jump through. I try jumping through once. You see I have vertical loop on the other side, and then jump back. And I practice this out without the rope, just going through this motion, counting it. 1 and 2 skip, 1 and 2 skip, 1 and 2 skip, 1 and 2. You got to train your body. You're doing multiple things at the same time. So it's a lot to think about. So I try to get just one skip in there, and then from the other side, see if I can do a skip back. And I work all that out individually, one by one. It goes by pretty quick here, but I spent some time with it to develop this, because even on the one side you can skip, but it feels different with your muscles going back the other way, so you got to train them going each way. The next thing, I try to do a skip and back, one and back to back. So that's one full cycle. So after you get to that point, you're ready to just run it continuous if you can. 1 cycle, 2 cycles, up. I bungled it again. Yeah, which you will do as you're working through it. Don't be afraid of that. Here's some tips I'll give you though, that from what I've just learned about it. Go one step at a time. Don't move on to the next step till you master the step before. First, like I said, maintain a steady vertical loop on your right side, and then start counting it down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then put down your rope, go through those motions, counting it out. 1 and 2 skip, 3 and 4 skip. Now with your rope, see if you can start on the right and do 1 skip from right to left and then stop. And then try to maintain a vertical loop on your left side. And then try to do a skip from your right to your left and keep it spinning on the left. And then try to spin it on the left and take 1 skip from left to right and stop. And then step 8, take 1 skip from left to right and try to keep it spinning on your right. And then you're ready to put them together to try 1 full cycle. Skip from right to left to right, and then stop. And then now try 1 cycle, but keep it spinning. And then after that, of course, you run it continuously. Like I said, it's a fast-paced trick. It won't wait for you if you hesitate. Hesitation will kill you. So just break it out 1 step at a time, and then put it together. Take video of yourself to find problem areas. That's what I did, and then work on those to work it out, and then eventually I was doing it. So you'll get there if you just take it 1 step at a time. Now it is a pretty tiring trick. it's pretty physically intensive. So practice for a while, and at this point I was starting to get tired out. You'd see my loop is not as strong, and yet I bungled it again. That's okay. So I'm having a really good time with it. So thanks for watching, and good luck to you with your Texas skip.